So, happy new week, everybody. This is Coffee Break with Maria. So, starting day in Colombia and finishing day in the Netherlands. I think it's time to wrap it up, to relax, to start, to relax, to wrap it up with a nice coffee. Today I have a really nice Americano in my mom's favorite mug that I brought her from the Netherlands. So today, really special guest, the co-founder of 7 Days to Go, super expert in many things that I'm going to tell you about, David Escandon. Welcome, David.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
So, welcome to this week where we're going to drink coffee together and chat about many different things. What are you drinking?
I'm having a latte.
Latte, just with like
Yeah.
normal, regular cow milk?
Exactly.
With or without sugar? Do you drink it with or without sugar? I want to know.
Without sugar.
Oh, super light.
Of
Well,
course.
I'm also without sugar today, so boom, I'm Americano, so I have more credit.
Okay.
So I will do a little introduction of this guy that I met since I was like 23. I know that I look like 25, but I'm 38. Yeah, so we have known each other for a long time. We met when we were like 22, I think. Yeah,
22?
So we started together communications, and David was, since day one, really passionate about tech and websites and all of these things that were not so mainstream back then. We're like starting to have. But David was like this guy with a really long hair, with a really nice rock band, and he was really into technology. You're still into rock band, yeah, we will talk about it too. And basically he was the guy that was doing HTML pages, and we were together working on the advertising agency of our faculty and doing projects since forever. And one day we just finished school and we said, well, let's go to a chamber of commerce. That's it. So the whole entrepreneurial journey, the whole thing about starting your own business, we did it together. So we're business partners here in Colombia. And then after doing this marketing agency for a while, we came up with this concept about 7 Days to Go. So he's one of our co-founders. Hey. How do you do that? So he's not only one of the co-founders, but also a super expert in everything that has to do with the digital world, especially online marketing and now media planning, right? Should I say about your introduction?
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? Mm-hmm.
I've been working for an agency, a media agency, for the last couple of years in all the strategic area. Developing digital media plans for a lot of customers in Colombia and for the whole LATAM region.
Okay, so you know what you're talking, and you manage, basically accounts that have not like 1,000 euros for a campaign. Let's say you work with big accounts where you can really see the impact of these things. Yeah,
I've worked with huge companies, global companies, with their local strategies. But I also have worked with startups and also small e-commerces that want to get their products to their audiences and to their clients.
Okay, that's great, because also, like, it's really nice when you have the whole experience of working with starting entrepreneurs and startups with limited budgets, now framed and showcased like growth marketing, but basically we were used to work with limited budgets and to find a way around it, to optimize, to create to achieve the best results with small companies. And then when you transition to bigger companies that do have the budget anyway, even if you need to, of course, be always mindful about your budget, you have more the chance to play around, to test things, to use different tools that we normally use in the startup world, in startup ecosystem. So I think that the bridge between the two things is really something that makes you really interesting and amazing. Plus, we can also share and give a little, this is what is coming up next, guys, because David has seen.
There's one universal truth, is that no matter how big your company is, you never want to waste money. Yeah, so
that's true.
If you have money to spend, you don't have to spend it anyway if you don't have to. Yeah, if you do not achieve your goals, well, you're not going to waste their money.
That's true. So for everybody who's watching now, I'm going to be the one making a bunch of questions, but the idea is to make it really interactive. So feel free to post everything, all your questions via comments, and we're going to have within the Q&A, we have a time for your Q&A. So ask anything about this topic. We're going to focus mainly on what's a media plan. Now you're into media planning. What is that? First of all, let's have, a common ground. So what is a media plan?
Okay, so when you're planning your the communications for your company, you need to know that there are three kinds of different media. Okay, we have first our own media. Yeah, is that what we own? For example, our website. Yeah, our social networks, our blog, our podcast. Yeah, we produce that and we have control over that. Yeah, but those things are not for free. Yeah, all of these things have a cost. Yeah, so whenever your medium will be, you need to know how much will you spend and how you're going to use it. Yeah. You
So
also
also my
have
social media pages are my own channels or not? If I have a
yeah,
Facebook page?
your own channels. Yeah, that's the way that you're going to use to communicate with your people. Yeah. For example, you have a great company, you have developed a great product. Yeah, but
Yeah.
nobody knows it. No one knows about it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you need to start communicating. Yeah, all the benefits, all the features, whatever you need to communicate about your brand or product. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
like
that's
the
one, my own
organic
media.
way, exactly. Like the organic way would be to use your own media. Yeah, your own website. Yeah, you decide what you publish in your own website on your search strategy. Yeah, you know the keywords that may work for your strategy. You know what kind of content you publish for your blog. Yeah, and you have
Okay.
full control of that. Yeah.
Okay. Clear.
Second kind of media would be the earned media. Yeah, what you've earned about your reputation. Yeah, what people is posting about you in their own blogs. Yeah, what people is posting about I don't know, in their own videos, for example. Yeah, let's imagine that someone is reviewing your product in a YouTube channel. Yeah, what do they say? What do they think about that? Yeah, that's an earned media.
Okay. So also referrals apply? Like if I like it's a company referring, but it can also be like a regular person posting something on Facebook and tagging me, for example.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whatever a person posts a comment, for example,
Okay.
about your product, they don't like it or they do like it. Yeah, people
Yeah.
trust in that, and they're also communicating for other people. Yeah, so you
So
also need to
reviews,
take
all
care
the
of that.
reviews platform, everything like TripAdvisor, everything that gives testimonials or endorsements on your brand or product
Exactly.
is
Even
an
free
earned
press.
media.
If the newspaper is talking about your product or your company, that's an earned media. Okay,
Yeah.
an earned
Okay.
medium. So you also need to check on that. Yeah, because
Okay.
you don't have control on that yet, but you should be like focusing your strategy on getting better reviews, better comments, yeah, to be able to get to know your product, but in a positive way. Okay.
Cool. Clear.
And the third kind of media is the paid media. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you pay a specific medium to
Ah.
talk about you.
So the
Okay.
earned media was not paid. It's like people that voluntarily have
Exactly.
nothing to do. No, okay. They want to give you feedback on what you're doing for free. Even
Exactly.
even when you pay, like if you pay for somebody to blog about you, it's paid media. Yep.
Exactly. That's paid
Clear.
media. Yeah. The thing about paid media is that you have full control of that. Yeah, because you're paying someone to say something about you. You can pay the newspaper. You can pay, I don't know, the news on the TV. You can pay digital media. Yeah, you can pay Facebook. You can publish your own ads. Yeah, and
Okay.
you have control that. You have control of the amount of people that you're going to reach. Yeah, well, of course it depends on the budget, but you have control over that. You can have control of the message because you know exactly where you're going to tell your audience. Yeah, you have
Okay.
control of the comments. Yeah. So
Clear.
what encompasses this paid media? That would be social media. Yeah, whatever social networks you're using. Yeah, it could be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Yeah,
Yeah.
every platform that supports ads. Yeah. Also search ads. I mean paid search ads. Yeah, that ranking with some specific keywords. Yeah.
So everything that you
Also,
do in Google Ads.
yeah,
Is,
exactly. Everything you do in Google Ads. That also includes display ads, for example. Yeah, these image ads that are displayed across different websites. Yeah, around the world. that
Yeah.
they're not targeted to your specific audience,
Uh-huh.
and also mobile ads. Yeah, this kind of advertisement that appear on mobile application.
In-app. Uh-huh. In-app
You know,
advertising.
exactly,
Yeah. Okay.
exactly. And your video strategies. It could be, I don't know, YouTube channels, pre-roll
Mm-hmm.
videos.
So like the recap for the, yeah. As the Colombian news says, like one, two, three. So, so you have first your own media, second your earned
Exactly.
media, and third your paid media. And the mix of
Aiming, exactly.
those, the mix of those will make a media plan, or what? How do they come together into a media plan?
Well, everything has to be inside a plan, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about media planning, we are talking about specifically paid media, yeah? Where you're going to, what are you going to pay and what are you going to get from what you paid, yeah? So the first thing that you need to do is to write it down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How much money do I have? Yeah. How much does it cost? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to achieve with that, okay? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, that depends on your marketing objectives. Yeah, it's not the same an objective and a KPI. Yeah, an objective is what you want to achieve with your campaign. Yeah, for example, I want to increase sales. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
want people to start talking about my brand. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
want to increase the reputation of my brand. Yeah, I want
Mm-hmm.
people to register to my newsletter. I want to get some leads, for example. Yeah, that would
Mm-hmm.
be a goal, a marketing goal. Okay,
Okay.
and what would be a KPI? What are you going to measure with that? Yeah, you want traffic to your website. Okay, so the KPI would be the number of unique sessions that you're going to get, or the number of clicks to your website that you're going to get, or the number of conversion or of leads that you get. Yeah, that would be the KPI.
Okay.
So writing down a media plan, you need to know that how much money do you want? Do you have? Do you want to spend? And where are you going to get with that? Yeah, all before starting to before starting your campaign. Yeah, that's the
So
way.
basically, you're replying to my next question. Like, why is it important? You're saying like, yeah, it's not like me saying I'm going to do this bunch of events. I'm going to end up a bit crazy after drinking so much coffee every month or whatever. And it's amazing to talk to experts or whatever. But if I just do it spontaneously and I don't have a media plan in place, then I don't know. I don't plan things from strategy. That's what you're saying. Like, I need to work in a way that is strategic, that I see what is the objective, how I'm going to measure that I'm reaching that goal through all my activities across all of the channels, right? So
Exactly.
why is this important in a nutshell? And when do you think is the right moment to do it? Is this also something for starting entrepreneurs, or for everybody who's putting themselves out there, or how
This
do you
is for everybody. Anything worth doing is worth planning. Anything. If you want to move to another place, you have to make a plan. Yeah. If you're going to start a new company, you need a plan. Yeah. If you don't have a plan, you're just going to spend a lot of money. Yeah. You're just going to waste a lot of money, a lot of resources, and a lot of time. Yeah. When you have a plan, you know what you're going to aim to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why it is important. It doesn't
That's a
matter if you
nice
have a
sentence.
huge
That's a nice
company or
sentence
you're
here
going
for
to
a
start
t-shirt.
your own company.
I
Yeah.
think we should start selling t-shirts with the quotes from the experts. Everything that is worth doing is worth planning. David is coming.
Exactly.
Okay. Nice.
No, no, I got that quote from the internet. I don't know what the who the
Ah,
author
okay,
is.
so
But
from the
yeah,
internet. That's the
you can
best quote.
Google it.
That's from the
Yeah.
internet. Google's it. Oh, okay, so yeah, so everybody who's listening now is not like you need to be a huge company to start planning your media, because even if you do big or small campaigns, not a lot of marketing efforts, you're doing something to promote your business. You're doing something around different objectives, and that's what is important to have, in terms of clarity and strategy before getting hyper on nice, let's do stories and let's do content just for the sake of fun things, but have a clear intention, a clear objective before getting started. So what to take into account when getting started? Let's say I say, yeah, David is completely right. What should I do to start planning in terms of research, defining my objectives, my target audience? What is the normal, process of
Yeah.
getting it done?
Okay. The first part is to know your campaign goals and objectives. Okay. Do I want to achieve with this campaign? Okay. Do I
Mm-hmm.
want more clients? Okay. Obviously, most of the people want to get new clients. Yeah. But you need to think about the marketing basics, the famous funnel. Okay, so we're
Let's
going
recap
into
what are the
formative.
marketing basics, please, because not everybody knows.
Okay, so we have three phases. The upper funnel, yeah, that's where people get to know your brand. Yeah, nobody's going to get anything from you if they do not trust you. Yeah, so you need to start communicating who you are, what do what you do, what do you sell. Okay, so you can start building brand, yeah, and trust among your clients. Okay, the second phase is the mid funnel, where people start to consider your brand. Okay, so why should they choose you over your competence? Yeah, why is your brand better? Yeah, maybe I don't know. You're selling shoes, for example. Yeah, you have an e-commerce that sells shoes. Okay, in the mid funnel, they would start to think, okay, we have the same shoe in these two across these two e-commerces. Yeah, but why is this one better? Do you have a better price? Maybe you have free shipment. Maybe you have I don't know, a
Maybe you have
shorter delivery
real
time. Yeah,
or
could
you
be
just have a
anything.
product that has including like bling bling stuff, and people like bling
Exactly.
bling stuff. For
So mid funnel strategies would include, I don't know, traffic to your website. Yeah, they just don't need to know that you exist. Yeah, just not want to see a video, but they also want to visit your website and know more about your brand or your e-commerce or your product. Yeah. And the lower funnel is where we're going to focus in conversions. Okay, so to make people buy your products. Okay, so what can we do for that? We can use retargeting, for example. Yeah, know people who have visited our website and reach them again. Yeah, to remind them to finish their purchase. Yeah. Also, to get some leads, for example. Yeah, and then make some follow up with our sales department. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, get to clients that we know that have purchased. Yeah, to make them purchase again. Yeah, those strategies are the lower funnel strategies.
Okay.
Yes,
So
first we need to know what we need to achieve, and we need to know where we are. Okay, if we want to start directly on sales, well, if nobody knows the brand, yeah, we're going to fail with that strategy.
this is so important because we have discussed so many times the people that are like first time online, they just launch and they're like, I want sales. I want to pay a lot of money marketing just for sales. And it's like nobody knows you. And then many people are like with unrealistic expectations of what you can do, even with paid advertising, like without generating any trust, any of the steps before, as you mentioned, the different, funnel stages. Yeah. So it's
Exactly.
really important to keep it real and to
You
understand
can have,
where
you can
you
have a
stand.
mix of formats. Yeah, use some formats to generate brand awareness, some formats to generate traffic, and other to get some conversions. Okay.
And you will see it on Facebook, for example, Facebook platform, the Facebook ads platform shows you directly like what type of campaign you want to do. So there's like, oh, many people were thinking that it's just campaign to sell something, campaign to get leads and something. It's like there are so many different types of campaigns, and depending on what's your goal, you should be able to, to select them wisely across the different channels that you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the media plan
So
will add that, like will be including the channels that you select and how you are going, and what are the different strategies that you have across the
yeah, of
business,
course.
right?
Yeah, that's what the media plan is. Okay, so first you need to know the goals and objectives. Okay. Second, you know to need who is your customer or your audience, your consumers. Okay, so what happens a lot is that companies think that they know who their clients are. Yeah, so they say, okay, I'm going to reach female from 18 to 24 in my city, let's say in Amsterdam.
Okay.
You know? But there are a lot of, I don't know, female from 14 to, from, I mean, 18 to 24. Yeah, and
Yeah.
not all of them are part of their target. Yeah, or their target consumer. Yeah, so um, get all the data that you can gather from your audience. You can do that, I don't know, maybe via analytics. Yeah, there's an option to get info about your target, their interest. Yeah, to get to know better. Yeah, that will also help you with the message. If you know that your audience is fan of sports events, yeah, you get that insight and you know how to give them specific message. Yeah, that will
Which means that you need to do
connect.
basically previously, like before you start thinking about your, how, like your selection of channels, but also the messages, like how you build your communications. You need to understand or do some research on your audience to go beyond basic demographics. That's what you're saying. So
Exactly.
yeah. So in the end, you need to be able to see it, and we covered that, in previous events about creating buyer personas or brand archetypes, so you know exactly who you're targeting, even like putting a name on that person, giving a clear profile of who's that person, what is that person all about. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so I have my goals and I have my target audience defined. What's next?
Exactly. The third step is the message that you're going to give them. Will it be a video? Will it be an image? A carousel? Yeah, a
That's the
Canva.
format. Basically, you
Yeah,
select
that's the
the
format.
format.
But you need to, before thinking about the formats, you need to think about the message. Yeah, what are you going to tell them?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But is what that is a general what, or is a what that is going to be explicitly in the communications?
Yeah, exactly. The message.
Okay, so I'm going to tell, for example, David is the name of my buyer persona. I'm going to tell David that we are a one-stop shop for all the entrepreneurs that want to get things done with the help of experts, for example. So
Exactly.
my
Yeah.
message is like,
It's not
here
going to be the
is the
message
place
across
to meet
all
all
the
these things.
formats. Yeah, you
Okay,
can
so
use 10 different formats,
mhm,
but only one message for your campaign. Okay.
cool, clear.
Okay. Then you have to define the digital channels that you're going to use. Okay.
Mhm.
So what could work better? Facebook ads, Instagram ads, audience network ads. Yeah.
It also includes the organic ones, like
No,
blogging, or it's
here
only about paid in
only
this
about
case?
paid. Yeah, we're going to invest. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Which
Okay.
are the channels that work best for our audience? Yeah, is
Okay.
your audience in YouTube? Yeah, or is it watching videos on Facebook? Yeah, you need
And then
to.
we'll include also other channels apart from digital channels. You can include all the channels that you have. If you're, I don't know, if you have a budget for a TV spot, then you include it there as
Yeah,
well.
you can make also an
Radio or
offline video
newspapers.
plan. Yeah, that also will also apply. Yeah, but for this case, we're going to specifically focus in digital.
Okay.
Okay, so how much are we going to spend on YouTube? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for example,
How
or
do you know
in
that in advance?
paid
Because many
search.
people run pilot campaigns. Many business owners run pilot campaigns to then, based on those results, on that initial data, projecting like they use it as a way to project their budget. How do you know? How do you have an indication on budget in
Okay,
advance? Yeah.
yeah, you can have your own benchmarks. Yeah, result of your past campaigns. You know how much cost per view would be, or cost per click,
Mm-hmm.
cost per thousand impressions. Yeah, you can have that from your previous campaigns. Yeah, but there are also a lot of benchmarks that you can find on Google search. Yeah, you just need to look for your category, and they will tell you more or less how did you get a CPM, for example. Yeah, and
Say it. What is CPM?
cost per thousand impressions.
And where can I see that? You say like there are some tools out there. How, like, what is the
There
normal
are
services
some
that you
tools,
can
yeah,
check?
but there are also a lot of articles that are updated periodically where you can know some benchmarks for some industries. Yeah.
Is there anything that you specifically recommend to check, like, I don't know, Google Trends, or I don't know, to check?
Now, Google Trends is a tool you use for search trends. You know, what is
Okay.
people searching right now in the different countries or in the world. Yeah. No, there are some articles that you can find in Google, not specific tools. Yeah, maybe if you use tools like Uber Suggest, you may find specific cost per clicks for some keywords or categories. Yeah, but I think that my advice is to look for some benchmarks in Google for your industry. Yeah, or maybe you can have a friend or someone who have worked in previous campaigns for that category and get a
Mhm.
benchmark for that.
Yeah. So basically, I can ask you.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
instead
you
of
have?
going through the whole Google article and everything, I say, hey, David, what is working for this category?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Cool.
Then after when you're running your campaign, you have to keep track of all this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So in that way, you can plan future campaigns.
Okay, so you have your own reference from previous campaigns plus things that you find around. Let's
Exactly.
go because we have like 5 minutes left and I have many things to ask you. So,
Okay.
next question: how and when to measure results? Okay, so we plan the whole thing. We say this is the budget that I have for different, for like the different channels based on my objectives and target audience. And this is how I'm going to measure it. That I think that is going coming down to KPIs, right? So
Yeah.
this is how I'm going to measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
how I'm
beautiful.
going to measure? How I'm going to measure this?
The way to measure is your KPIs, what you have previously planned. Okay, so if in my plan I spent, I don't know, $1,000 and I was planning to get, I don't know, 1 million visits to my site. It's just made up
Yeah, let's say.
metric. Yeah, but if I'm not getting that result, then it means I was wrong on my KPI. Yeah, I'm not achieving my goal. Yeah, so in
Mhm.
that way, we need to redefine the goal or the strategy, or we need to move a little bit. Maybe if the message is not catching up with the audience, so we need to test another message. Yeah, there are several ways to test this. A/B testing, for example, like to have two creatives running on the same time. Yeah. Also, letting the platform optimize. Yeah.
Mhm.
So sometimes it happens that when you run ads on Google Ads or Facebook Ads, the it takes like 5 days for the platform to fully learn and understand the campaign. Yeah. So after you
How
can
long do I need to
massively
run my campaigns? How long do I need to run them so I understand, so I can really see what is the outcome before making any type of adjustments or, yeah,
yeah, at least one
performance
week.
improvements? Huh?
At
1 week?
least one week. Yeah, exactly. So you can have like a full view of what's going on with the campaign. Yeah.
Uh
The good thing is that you can also optimize in real time. Yeah. So you don't have to stick to a plan if it's not working. Yes, any plan on life. Maybe if I don't know, YouTube videos are performing better than Facebook videos, when then you can move that budget to YouTube to get better results. Yeah,
So what you're saying here is that it's an ongoing process. Once you start the
exactly,
campaign and you let everything run for a week, then you can make adjustments on budget and what works, switch on and off, what is happening, give an extra push.
exactly,
Right? So
exactly.
it's not like it's a static thing and then you need to wait for a month after spending a lot of money and time.
Yeah,
And
that is not advice. Yeah, then you will know that it was all a failure, and you would be too late to do
failure.
anything.
Yeah, it's a really great thing about working on digital marketing that all campaigns, everything you do can be, you just see it almost like everything is happening in real time and you get feedback on data across different channels all the time. I want to know
Exactly.
if you have any tips on dashboards, like where or how can I check everything in one place? Because I know you go to Facebook for Facebook ads and you go to this for, to Google for Google ads. And then how can I measure in one place what works without me opening everything? Because for me, I'm always about centralizing things.
Yeah, you can use Data Studio, which is a free tool provided by Google. Yeah,
Okay,
to learn how to set it up. It's not difficult. There are thousands of tutorials on YouTube on how to
that
set
is
up Data Studio. Yes, there you can see the data across all your campaigns, even cross it with your traffic data from Google Analytics,
mm-hmm.
from the Google Search Console, if you have it linked to your site. Yeah, that's a great tool to
Okay,
keep track of your campaigns.
nice,
But you can
nice.
also go from platform to platform to see how everything is performing. Yeah,
Of
it's also
course.
yeah, you have to look from one dashboard, but if you have several different tools,
For
you
the
can
makers, for the people who are not inside the campaigns or making adjustments on performance, or optimizing campaigns, it's really important to have a place where you have like a high level overview to make this type of decisions to say like, okay, this is working. Looks like this channel or this creative or this campaign was really successful. Yeah. So it's
exactly.
cool. So basically, the time to really find your media plan is after running the campaign for a week, and you check what is happening and how not only at campaign level, but if my original expectations are met or not, on how to
Exactly.
keep it
And
real.
use all that knowledge for your further campaign.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe in further sessions we can have a specific tutorial on how to create a media plan on a
Yeah,
spreadsheet to calculate those KPIs
that's
and
really cool.
for all different formats. Yeah.
And now that you're saying this, I want to say something now that we need to wrap it up. Is that David,
Mhm.
as all of our experts, is available for a free 15-minute call, and I think that it will be a really nice, like a really nice call to action for this call. Is let's create that spreadsheet. Like let's get that initial framework for you to plan your media plan with David in a way that you can really clearly see. And because sometimes people think media plan, I don't have time to write a bunch of things. People think about a huge plan, 20 pages or something. No, it can
Not
be
a
really
simple
simple
spreadsheet with five
spreadsheet.
columns. Yeah.
That's it. So if you want to get your spreadsheet done, boom, then David is here to help. And that's it. We posted in comments the link for the Calendly event where you can book him to discuss what is your current media plan, or even getting started in a way that you have a clear, concrete strategy and concrete steps moving forward. David, thank you for your time.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you for everything.
invitation.
This is a really nice introduction. It's an appetizer type of coffee to continue this conversation,
Well,
because it's a really broad topic, and I know for sure that many people are like standing right here in having a plan that they can follow through with the help of somebody from our expert pool like you, that you know everything about this. So I'm really happy about having you here. Thank you. Thank
okay.
you. So, David, thank you for everything. I'm going to just also tell you that it's good that you're here, because this week we have really nice things happening. We have actually we have two more events happening. On Wednesday, we have the big launch of our Spanish, events. This is something really amazing because we're both from Colombia. We have we have like more than 10 experts that are fluent in Spanish, including people from Russia and people from the Netherlands. So in the end, we put together also a portfolio to work together as 7 days to go with the expert pool, and also with our partners around Spanish and English as the main languages for our events. So let's test how this goes. So this is going to happen on Wednesday with Sergio Mican. We're going to have a special event on also tools for remote work in Spanish, and especially with a special focus on project management this Wednesday. So check it out. And the second event is going to be our English event that is happening always on Thursdays. This time with Luis Betancourt, really also good friend of ours and expert on digital marketing, almost like celebrity here in Colombia. So Luis is going to be sharing everything about like getting started with your e-commerce business, all the checklists, which are really in line with what we just discussed, because it's not only, it's how to go out there like by creating your e-commerce, and then with this talk that we just had, it's really complementing like how to get started on making a plan to promote your e-commerce website. So I'm looking forward to see everybody. I of course invite you to our Spanish lunch on Wednesday, and we'll stay in touch, people. And we're 3 minutes longer, but this was special. Thank you,
Yeah.
David. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Chin chin,
you.
chin chin.
Salud.
Salud. Thank you for being there. Okay, everybody, have a nice week. We stay in touch then. Ciao.